Hello Mom, Dad, Me World. So today we are talking about the iPad mini 7. Yes, this is the iPad mini generation 7. We just got our pre-order in. It is going to be coming out next week, late in October 2024. And what I have right here is the iPad mini 6. This is the 6th generation iPad. I've got it in a case right here. This particular model will be going to be traded in next week when we do pick up the Gen 7 or iPad mini 7 here next week. When we did get our pre-order in, I don't know if you can see here, but you can see as I flash this up here on the screen, it says A17 Pro for the designation, because essentially it is the same body design as this particular model right here in the iPad mini 6, both front, rear, and there's going to be two main differences here to the physical body. So the first main difference is going to be here, and I believe they may both be on this side right here of the iPad. So you can see right here, this is the area where the Apple Pencil will magnetize to on the side. And so what they've done here is they've changed the magnets around to where it can now accommodate the Apple Pencil Pro. And if you take a look right about here, you'll notice a spot there for the nano SIM port, or the nano SIM card right here. The nano SIM slot is now gone, and now it is eSIM, just like the iPad Pros that are out along with the US generation of their iPhones. And so right here, I think those are the only two physical differences that I can actually spot. But the main difference is going to be are the internals. So with the new internals of the iPad mini 7, what we're looking to do here, and this is going to be the main point of this video, is I want to right the two wrongs when it came to us getting the iPad mini 6. And hopefully it will do that with the iPad mini 7. So first off is the storage size. So the iPad mini 7 now starts at 128 gigs, goes up to 256, and then goes up to 512 gigs. This particular model right here, this is the Starlight Wi-Fi Plus cellular version of the iPad mini 6, and we had gotten the base configuration with 64 gigs of storage. So when we were upgrading to iOS 18 from iOS 17, I could not do so without deleting some apps. And the two apps I did delete were Apple TV and Apple Music, both of which I do use, but both of which I do not have on this device right now because I just have ran out of storage. So this device, along with the new iPad mini 7, they're going to be used mainly as a Kindle reader device, web browsing, email, smart home / camera monitoring, a little bit of games. There's a game on here that my wife really loves to play. That's on here. And then of course, content consumption. Take this with me. I want to watch YouTube, Max, Apple TV Plus. It will be used mainly for that. So no actual heavy lifting other than what we're using this for right now. So the configuration we got was the 256 gig in space gray with Wi-Fi and cellular. Whether or not you need cellular is going to be up to you. We chose to get the cellular model, and I chose the space gray, such a conservative color, well, because most of the time it's going to be in a case. You can see here we chose the Starlight color for this particular model, but I thought to myself that the blue and the purple models look very, very light, look very pastel, so we just wanted to stick with the space gray model, keep it safe for the time being. But then again, it's all going to be, for the most of the time, in a case, much like this one is right here. So the first issue should be solved just with the storage capacity that we had gotten, 256 gig over the 64 gig. So the second issue that needs to be solved is going to be speed. So with the mini 6 right here, this is using the processor from the iPhone 13. It is the A15 processor. And the iPad mini 7, just like the designation says, it's going to be using the A17 Pro processor, which is from the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max line. and hopefully that does solve that need for speed, but hopefully it will also give us that memory jump too. I know that that processor in the iPhone 13 had 4 gigs of memory. Hopefully this will have a good 8 gigabytes of memory, and hopefully with the new Apple Intelligence, that memory is not being eaten up by Apple Intelligence, because truthfully, I could take or leave Apple Intelligence. I really like using the iPad mini for what we intend to use it for, as stated earlier. So I'm hoping just a bump in memory, bump in processor, those speed improvements will come to light. I know it will not have that 120 Hertz promotion that you find in the iPad Pro, because this is the iPad mini, but we are still getting a beautiful, crispy, bright, beautiful display that is on this iPad mini. Would it be nice to have that 120 Hertz promotion? Absolutely, but we are sticking with the 60 Hertz Retina display, and I'm totally fine with that for the time being. So there are a couple of other differences that I can think of right off the bat. One of them is going to be faster Wi-Fi. It goes from Wi-Fi 6 to Wi-Fi 6E. So if you've got that Wi-Fi compatible router, you are going to enjoy those speed improvements. And then I believe there's going to be some camera improvements with some Smart HDR both to the front and the rear. Not 100% positive. I think it's going to be the same camera modules, but I will 100% truthfully tell you that we rarely ever use the cameras on the iPad mini. If we do use any of the cameras, pretty much going to be the inside camera, the selfie camera right here, and that's mainly going to be for FaceTime calls and other video conference calls. We mainly use our iPhone, and then we also have a dedicated camera, which I'm talking to you on right now. As far as like the battery life goes, still rated at 10 hours for Wi-Fi, 9 hours for Wi-Fi plus cellular. So no actual other improvements there. But again, I wanted to upgrade from the Mini 6 to the iPad Mini 7, mainly again to right those two wrongs. One is going to be the speed, the other is going to be the storage. I can see it already. I think storage is going to be solved just by, quadrupling the storage. Speed, time will tell when we get it in hand, and I will let you know when we make the next video. Hopefully we'll have it in hand by the time you see the next video, and I will definitively tell you whether or not the speed actually did help in that processor bump and that RAM improvement. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I don't know if you are going to be like myself, upgrading from a previous generation, whether it be a 6 or earlier version of the iPad mini, or if this is going to be your first iPad mini and you're going to be making the jump to a very, very portable, pocketable, somewhat pocketable iPad, but definitely use one-handed depending. And if you like this video, you know what to do. Please hit the like or subscribe button. Well, actually, we'd appreciate both like and subscribe, and please definitely share it out. And until next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now.